Just take a look at your phone, or your car, really any of the tech that's defining our future. They all share a set of hidden ingredients, and those ingredients have become the center of a huge global power struggle. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the story of rare earth elements. I mean, seriously, try to imagine our world without them. The super bright screen on your phone, the silent hum of an electric car, those giant sweeping blades of a wind turbine. They all depend on a very specific set of elements. So what is this hidden ingredient, really?
Well, they're called rare earth elements, or REEs for short. And this family of 17 elements has these incredible properties that basically make modern technology possible. You've got neodymium, which creates the strongest magnets on the planet, and cerium, which is a master catalyst. These aren't just rocks. They are literally the essential building blocks of our high-tech world.
But here's the funny thing. The name rare earths is actually a bit of a misnomer. These elements aren't cosmically rare at all. In fact, cerium is about as common in the Earth's crust as copper. The real challenge, the thing that makes them rare, is that they're scattered all over the place. They're almost never found in rich, concentrated deposits that are easy to mine. And their impact is just everywhere. You know that tiny but super powerful magnet in your headphones? Yep, that's neodymium. The battery in a hybrid car? It relies on lanthanum. From military laser targeting systems to the incredibly clear images you get from an MRI machine, it's all powered by rare earths. They are truly the invisible foundation of modern tech.
And whenever a resource is this essential, it always leads to a massive global competition. This is the new great game, a high-stakes race to secure the world's supply.
And for decades now, one player has completely dominated that game. As of 2025, it's estimated that China produces over 80% of the entire global supply of processed rare earths. That is a staggering, almost unbelievable level of market control for materials so vital to the global economy.
And this dominance isn't just some big general number. If you break it down by the specific elements, the picture becomes even more stark. Take dysprosium, for example. It's absolutely essential for EV magnets. China controls 85% of its production. That kind of concentration creates enormous supply chain vulnerabilities for, well, the rest of the world.
But the race is definitely heating up, as other countries are scrambling to catch up. Australia, for instance, has emerged as a major player. They've boosted their rare earth exports by a remarkable 20% in just 2 years. They're actively trying to build an alternative to the world's current reliance on just one source.
Meanwhile, the United States is putting some serious money on the table. In 2024 alone, it allocated over $1.2 billion to rebuild its domestic supply chain, from restarting mines to developing crucial processing facilities. The goal here is really simple: achieve resource independence.
But securing these elements comes at a price. And it's not just geopolitical. There's a difficult and, frankly, often dirty reality behind the clean, sleek technology that we all love so much.
You see, getting rare earths out of the ground is incredibly challenging. The two main methods involve a really tough trade-off. Open-pit mining is effective, sure, but it carves these massive disruptive scars into the landscape. Then you have in situ leaching, which is less visually damaging, but it involves pumping chemicals deep into the ground, which risks contaminating vital groundwater sources for years, maybe even decades.
And the dangers don't stop with the extraction method. A lot of rare earth deposits are mixed with radioactive elements like thorium. So the mining process itself can release these toxic byproducts, creating really serious long-term health and ecological hazards. And on top of the environmental cost, there's just the sheer economic challenge. These 17 elements are all chemically similar, right? So separating them from each other is a super complex, super expensive process that uses a ton of harsh acids and solvents. To put it in perspective, processing just a single ton of ore can cost anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000. So this combination of geopolitical risk and environmental cost is forcing us to get creative. The race is officially on for new solutions, new technologies, and even entirely new sources, some of which are literally out of this world.
So here on Earth, innovation is absolutely key. Scientists are exploring something called bioleaching, which uses specialized bacteria to dissolve and extract the metals, which dramatically reduces chemical waste. We're also getting smarter about recycling our old electronics and using AI to make the whole mining process more efficient and less wasteful. But, and this is a big but, we have a very, very long way to go. As you can see, recycling currently accounts for less than 5% of the global rare earth supply. The vast majority still comes from new, disruptive mining.
So figuring out how to effectively recycle these elements is one of the biggest challenges for a truly sustainable tech industry.
So if we're struggling to find clean, secure sources here on Earth, it forces us to ask, where else can we look? Now, it might sound like something out of science fiction, but the next great resource race may not be in some remote jungle, but on the moon.
And this idea has a history that's written in the moon's own geology. Billions of years ago, a unique region formed up there known as the creep terrain. It's named that because it's rich in potassium, rare earth elements, and phosphorus. Now, NASA's Artemis program is planning to map these exact deposits, potentially laying the groundwork for future lunar bases.
Okay, but before we get too excited, there's a major reality check. Current data suggests that REE concentrations on the moon are about 10 to 100 times lower than in our best minds here on Earth. Combine that with the astronomical cost of any space-based operation, and, well, lunar mining remains highly speculative for now.
And yet, the stakes just keep getting higher. Whether these elements come from Earth or from space, our demand for them is not slowing down. The rare earth market is projected to grow to $20 billion by 2030, driven by the relentless expansion of clean energy and high-tech electronics.
So that leaves us with this huge, fascinating question for the future. As our world demands more and more of these powerful, almost magical ingredients, where are we going to find them? Will we perfect the art of clean extraction and recycling right here on Earth? Or will the immense challenge and promise of space push us to look to the stars to power our future?